Good evening, mates. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Now, every day, a lot of people ask me one simple question, and that question is that how do you manage your time? How do you actually manage your clock when it's around 24 hours in a day? And not a single day passed when I not get this question around 2 to 3 times, or in a same way or in a different format on a WhatsApp groups, or maybe sometimes the Skype chat, in some cases the direct messages, in some cases in the phone call. So I have decided to shoot a video in that regards. Now, first of all, please be note that time management is very important for every entrepreneur. Not only for entrepreneur, rather for all individuals. Either you are a student, you are a college graduate, you are a MBA student, you are an entrepreneur, you are a super entrepreneur like Jack Ma, or you are super entrepreneur like Walmart or maybe Mr. Buffett. Time management is the key, and time management can be attained by a lot of factors. Of course, it is not a one night stand. It cannot be done in one day, it cannot be done in one night. It requires at least 1 to 2 years of hard work. I precisely believe that this is how I manage my show. I precisely believe that body is just like a machine, and it is accustomed to how you develop that body. So currently when we are talking, it's around 3 in the morning, and as usual 1 hour from now I would be waking up, I will go to sleep, and tomorrow I have a lecture, and then probably I would wake up around 8 a.m. in the morning. I feel that number one thing which we need to accustom and we need to develop our body is the sleep time. There are many, I'm not a doctor, neither I'm a scientist, but there are many doctors and scientists on often not come in public domain, YouTube channels and multiple, wherein they speak that the 5 to 6 hours of sleep in a day is sufficient. And I strongly agree that 5 to 6 hours of sleep in a day is more than sufficient. So if you are sleeping even 7 hours in a day, that is not harmful. But if you are sleeping 7 or more in a day, that is definitely harmful according to me. Maximum you should sleep 6 hours, somewhere between 6 hours to 7 hours of sleep in a day is according to me more than sufficient. Maybe initially you can have a small nap of half an hour or 1 hour in between the day. Like I always take a small nap somewhere between 6 to 7, half an hour nap wherein I just sit on my chair and I sleep only for 1 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something less. So in a whole day, I take only around 7 to 8 hours, which includes the nap and everything. Secondly, you should cut your unproductive time. According to me, time management is the key, and unproductive things consume a lot of time. So unproductive things are, example, TV, example, news, example, talking to your friends unnecessarily, example, involve yourself in those activities which are not productive. So Treasury Consulting is blessings of Lord. It's a rich company now. 24 into 7, as and when till we work, the Bloomberg channel will continue to operate. This is my personal cabin, and next to that cabin where we have our trade desk, a Bloomberg TV is running, and I can see right away that what's happening on the Bloomberg TV. What I do, a TV will continue to run. It's a big TV. TV will continue to run, and I will put this on a mute. So no noise. I will continue to get all the information. Now what's the problem? The problem is that unproductive time kills productive time. You trust me or you don't trust me, I don't know. Since several people asked, so I decided to shoot this video. I never watch any Indian media, which include Aaj Tak, include Indian News, which includes NDTV. Today I watched only for half an hour because daily election results came, and I'm happy that Mr. Kejriwal won. In fact, I also voted for him. And this is how. I strongly believe that the major component of the unproductive time is the movies that needs to be cut down. An average person loves watching one or two movies in a week. A movie consumes at least 2.5 to 3 hours. I precisely believe that if we able to cut the time of this movie, then we are able to save 6 hours in a week. Whenever I wanted to watch a movie, there are so many channels we have on the Telegram. I go there, I downloaded the movie, and while doing the work, I see the movie. I never give time to a movie that I will sit like this and a movie is running and I will waste the 3 hours. In fact, I don't know how you take this. It's been over 2 to 3 years I went to any multiplex to watch a movie, because I don't have time for that, and I really don't think that I should devote my time for this. Especially at that point of time when Treasury Consulting is heading as a bank in London, then Treasury Consulting is challenging the regulator, when Treasury Consulting is challenging the status quo, and when there is lot to learn. More important thing, when you wake up, start your day with the newspaper. Never start your day without newspaper. So try and wake up around somewhere between 9-9:30. Considering me, who sleeps at 4 every time, 3:30 to 4. And when you wake up, the first half an hour you should devote to the newspaper. That, what happened. Newspaper reading is very essential. Like if you ever see that, I have a lot of newspaper cuttings around me. I always read 2 newspapers in a day. Whether I am in India, I am in Singapore, and God willing, we are setting up a British entity now in London. Whether I would be in London, wherever I am, I read 2 business newspapers in a day. In Singapore, I read Business Times, but apart from Business Times, I read State Times. In India, I read 2 newspapers. So, read 2 business newspapers in a day. And read it holistically, read it thoroughly. Of course, this is again not a one night stand. You need to devote at least 2 to 3 years of hard work to attain this. The day you start reading 1 business newspaper or 2 business newspapers in a day, you would be addicted to that. Example, on Sunday, I feel bored. Sunday, no newspaper come. Because Saturday is off, so no newspaper come, no action. So Sunday, I devote most of my time to magazine. I believe that the most important thing that saves time and also kills unproductive time is reading. Like if you carefully see that, I have a lot of magazines on my table, and it's not to show. I will read every magazine. Always have a lot of magazines. So start your day with a newspaper. Kill unproductive time. Focus is another very important thing which you should have. As an individual, as a student, as a graduate, as an entrepreneur, you should have a focus. If you are a student, your focus should be your communication skills, your skill set, what you wanted to learn, your ambition that you wanted to learn something different. Your objective is to attain a degree which is very complicated, and a lot of stuff. As an entrepreneur, your focus should be where are you heading, how much revenue you generated, how much respect you generated, which all social platforms you are in, and how many videos you have posted on the YouTube, how many videos you have posted on the TikTok, what new products you are adding. This is my focus. More importantly, make a diary. Make a diary. Example, I have this diary. Now in this diary, I cannot show you. Always start your day with the diary and list down 7 or 8 points. Simple, 7 or 8 points. If you've not been able to attain this 7 or 8 points, carry forward to the next day. Make sure that you would be able to attain this. So there is a lot of ways through which you can make your day a very successful day. Most important thing, I strongly believe, to repeat this, is the cut of unproductive time. I believe that every human being, if want, can cut unproductive time to a maximum extent. Example, When I was working in EXL from 2009 till 2016, most of the people who know me personally know I cannot drive. I don't know how to drive. I don't know driving. So I used to go via public transport, which is Delhi Metro. When I used to go via public transport, it is around 1 hour 20 minutes ride from my place to the Noida. And from that, I used to go to, from that, another 20 minutes ride via auto. So around 1.5 hours of ride from home to office. So 1.5 hours into 2, which is approximately 3 hours traffic. Many people complained in the life that around 2 to 3 hours in a day waste only in traffic. What I used to do, I used to take a headset and I used to listen the motivational songs. I used to listen the lectures given in MIT on financial management, which I always do. I used to listen to the movies of financial crisis and so on and so forth. Because now you have Amazon Prime, right? Because of Amazon Prime, you can download on your mobile phone and you can make wonders, right? And if there is a specific movie which is required, then you can watch it using online Telegram channels, right? This 1.5 hour, which I used to spend every day, I used to invest 1 hour out of this 1.5 hours. So on paper, it is a 3 hour traffic. Reality, it's a 1 hour loss. 2 hours I invested. See, to make your life productive, to reach to at some place, to have a meaningful life, to get some respect in the eyes of another, you need to work hard. You need to set standards. It's around 3 in the morning. If I want, I can sleep. I'm shooting this video only to let you know that in a day, if you work 16 hours, around 14 hours in a day, then that is more than sufficient. I'm telling you, if somebody even work 12 hours in a day, that is more than sufficient. Because provided he or she do have the focus how to work. So this is how I manage my time. Apart from that, always maintain, like Treasury Consulting hold 44 WhatsApp groups. Always try and interact with people. The more you interact with the people, the more beneficial it would be. And the more interesting it would be to get a lot of understanding from another and all. So I feel that, to cut the long discussion short, read a lot of magazines, cut unproductive time, that's more important. Try and start your day with newspaper. Always alert on the business channels like Bloomberg. I watch Bloomberg. Everyone in our WhatsApp group know that I'm a big fan of Bloomberg. I watch Bloomberg. Try and cut yourself from politics, because this politics play nothing. They will give you nothing. Whichever party won, they will give you nothing. Last but not the least, most important thing, try and focus on your objective, that in a day, how many objectives you attained, how many was in the list, and why not the balance. This is how a day has to be planned. And according to me, time management is one of the most important skill as an entrepreneur, as an individual, as a graduate, or as a human being you need to learn. The last few lines, I strongly believe that if you have a good time management skills, then wonders can happen. Wonders can happen. I don't know your trust or not, I'm still working every day to make sure that I can have additional 1 hour to contribute to my life. Time management is the key, but unfortunately in the graduate schools, in the business schools, in all these degrees, no one will teach you how to manage your time. I don't know why we are teaching students so many things, but we are not teaching them the basic thing, which is the time management. And according to me, in all business schools, in all colleges, the first thing, there should be a proper chapter with practical examples that how to manage your time. But unfortunately, apart from this topic, every degree, every syllabus within or outside India is focusing too much on the obsolete knowledge, which good for nothing. And end result, what happened, most of the people in the whole globe always script that I love to do this, but I don't have time. But they do not know that 24 hours in a day with a complete focus and dedication, and of course you need to make some sacrifices. Without sacrifices, everything is not possible, to be honest. You need to make some sacrifice. According to me, 24 hours in a day with some sacrifices is more than sufficient to accomplish any goal in the life. This is how what we wanted to contribute. I know it is very tough. I know that it is not a one night stand. I know that it's definitely required at least few months, 6+ months, or maybe 1 year of hard work. But if you're able to make your time better, then watch will go as per you. You will not go as per the watch. With this, we thank you very much. You know my mobile number, which is +91 9899242978. You know our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. Today we started our derivative service, which is a free complimentary email, at least in 2020, whereby every day we would give you tips of foreign exchange, derivatives, videos, so many things on a complimentary note, crispy and concise. If you wanted to be a part of that, you can WhatsApp me. There is no registration fee, nothing. We just need your email ID, not more than that. And more importantly, by 17th February, which is roughly 5 days from here, we would be starting the WhatsApp webcast, wherein the same thing which we are writing as an email, we would be giving as a WhatsApp webcast also, so that rather than opening the email, you can use your mobile phone. But WhatsApp webcast we would be making for videos which we wanted to shoot. And I assure you that this service we will end up around 200 to 500,000 people by December as a subscriber. This is what we are expecting. With this, we thank you very much and have a great time.